Yo, let's see. Boom, we're
Hey,
live.
hey,
We're good. What's up? What's up?
nothing
Yeah,
much.
we were talking about the aquarium vibes of that. That was like I felt like I was in I don't know when you're a little kid and you go on the field trip to like the aquarium and they always have like that tunnel with you're like walking through the fish tank, you know?
Yeah, like there's like fish swimming over and around you kind of vibe. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. That was that music to a T. You really clocked that one. That was. I
Let's
like it. It
see.
was kind of a vibe. Like I could work
Yeah.
with that.
It was pretty cool. I'm looking at the music here we could do for this. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Maybe some lo-fi. Let's see how this sounds. Let's see if it gets kicking. But yeah, how are you doing? Happy
What's up?
Friday. Happy
Yeah,
Friday.
happy Friday. Yeah,
Yeah.
long week. I feel like every day this week has been a Friday.
It's been a long week. It's been a long couple weeks. It's been a whole thing, a whole journey. Hey, everybody out there on Moonbeam, on YouTube, on Twitch, I think we're doing TikTok today, which is cool. So that's the
Oh,
first.
exciting.
And yeah, Facebook. Yeah, we got it all. So
Let's go.
we're doing it. We're hitting them all. So yeah, how you been? Tell us what you've been up to, man. What you been up to?
Tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. Yeah, I mean, where even to begin? Some exciting updates I think are en route. Most exciting I think are payouts. But we have some.
Before we get into that, let's talk
Yeah.
about like just like some chill stuff. We'll get to the Moonbeam stuff. Some chill stuff. I'll start first. How about this? I watched a movie this week, The Menu.
How is that?
Oh, it was so good. It was on Netflix. And it was
with,
really good.
That's with Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah, the guy
And
who
it-
does
like
Voldemort.
the chef. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the whole thing. You're like,
Oh,
it was
dude.
so many roller coaster emotions in that. It was pretty. It was like
I didn't know that. So I remember seeing previews for that, and it's like a horror movie, right? Like it's scary.
It's
I
would say call it like a thriller.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not realize that at all. So like I watched all these previews and I was like, this is very unsettling. I thought it was gonna be something like The Bear or like a
interesting.
show or like a movie like that was really kind of about cooking. I didn't realize that all that it was a thriller until I saw some review of it, and it was horrifying. Like I was in suspense the entire time. I was like, what on earth were they cooking?
Well, it was like the categories are super weird. So like it's actually categorized as a comedy. Like like what is it the not the Golden Globes, the Grammys that just happened and stuff like that. Like the different things that were categorized, but like Substance was categorized as a comedy,
Okay.
and so there's this weird categorization for movies and stuff in like Hollywood. So you might think you're seeing a comedy, totally not a comedy. I mean,
that is good to know because honestly,
the joke's on you in that scenario. That's about it.
I'll have to watch that. I've wanted to because it looks like the aesthetic of it is gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
In the previews, I was like, this is a beautiful movie.
It was good. How about you? Anything fun?
No, I'll be honest. I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows like nonstop.
What We Do in the Shadows. What's that?
Yeah, it's So it was first a movie. Actually, I don't know the timeline here, but the first thing I saw about it was a movie, and it's like vampires in modern day.
Oh, snap.
And it's hilarious. It is so funny. So I don't know if they made the movie first and then the show, or they made the show first and then the movie. But it's kind of like a different group of vampires, and genuinely like so funny.
That is actually a comedy.
It is a comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
Cool.
It's nice. Yeah, I've had that in the background now for like weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, that's been nice. It's a nice.
What's it on?
Just chilling. I mean, here in Pittsburgh, it's cold. It's gray, so not too much fun stuff to do, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see here. Let's jump into some stuff. We got a question already on YouTube. We'll jump into this. Elion, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Okay, with all the great features for streamers, what features do you plan to implement for casual users to keep engagement on the platform? Yeah, this is a great question. We actually had a meeting about this today, and we've been brainstorming a lot about this, Pat. Do we want to? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about what are some things that we've talked about. I'll let you go first, or I can kind of give my stuff. But what are your thoughts?
We've talked we've talked a lot about this, especially recently, like in like the last 2 weeks. I'll dive in, but I am very, very curious, Elian, to know what you think. Like, what could we do to keep you engaged, to keep your interest in the platform? Feel free to like give ideas. The one thing, so we've tried a couple things very recently. You'll see posts are on the homepage now. So that was a very concerted effort to start like allowing people who are just like visiting Moonbeam, just seeing what's up, to maybe find some realms, find some content that they like. Already, it was actually magical because we shipped that, and then I checked out the site to make sure like it worked. And I was scrolling through the posts, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't see any of these." So that was like a huge boost to me, at least the way I experienced the platform, to see realms I didn't follow, to see content I hadn't thought about. We're also really focusing on notifications recently. So when there are those like wonderful interactions, like somebody follows you, or somebody joins your realm, or somebody you follow goes live, making sure that you're aware of that so that you can join in on the fun in real time. We have some cool stuff coming in the pipeline for it too. Things that we're really, really excited to showcase probably in the next week or two. There are some pretty big shifts. Maybe I'll leave that there. Maybe we can pick up on it later in the AMA, or we'll do a whole other thing for it. But yeah, lots of stuff, and feel free to give suggestions or things that would like make it wonderful and engaging and fun.
I have a few that I want to talk about. So yeah, the what's interesting is we're getting ready to go pivot into beta. So we'll say that up front. Like our initial timeline was beta was going to begin end of March, end of Q1. That timeline has been met and beaten. And we're like on the precipice of it. So Pat, would you say it's fair to say by end of February, for sure, like we should be in beta?
For sure.
We're getting there we're beating it by a month. And again, alpha was all about stability of the platform, performance of the platform, finding and crushing those bugs. Beta is going to be about engagement and getting those like cycles of, being excited to be on Moonbeam, seeing new stuff, finding your favorite creator or community. So we're onboarding a lot more people. We have, I think, over 300 folks from our backer kit that were beta access folks. So that initial tranche of 300 right away. And then we have more because we'll be giving out more invites, and we'll be kind of really testing the bounds of the platform in terms of just having a lot more people on it. So I think there's going to just naturally be a lot of engagement from that, but also how we're structuring like even our front page where the cross posts, like it's a way to, I don't know, what's it called? Pollinate, right? The different realms and seed it throughout. But then we've also talked about the topics realms and stuff like that. Do we want to talk about the topic realms real quick?
Let's dive in.
Okay. I'll give my take on it, Pat, and then you could talk about it. But we are looking to establish what would essentially be like main streets on Moonbeam, right? But built around topics. So tabletop gaming, for example, a realm like that's on the front page that anyone could be in, where there might not be like a lot of chat channels, just maybe like a general chat that people can just talk about generally. But anyone who wants to stream there can. So if you're a streamer, that could be just like your default place to stream. And then it's kind of built around a genre or a broad topic. That way, people can go there, engage in discussions, but then everyone who streams that kind of content will be kind of co-located there. In addition to like the realms that might be more niche or focused on things. So we're looking at like Moonbeam is so interesting. Like we're trying to really make sure a realm does not just become a channel like isolated by itself. So we're trying to figure out all these ways to kind of connect and network different aspects of the platform together. So that's kind of like the next iteration I'm excited about, because I don't know, it'll be cool to see like on the front page just a shared space where everyone can kind of be, and then from there percolate out to the different realms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Did I nail it? I mean,
Yeah, that's one of those things I was I'm very, very excited about. We'll probably ship that in the next like week or two. And Anthony, yeah, great description of it. It's very easy kind of gathering places for people that will always have new content. We'll have people chatting, new posts that anybody can stream to. So if you've been wanting to stream on Moonbeam, but you don't know exactly what realm really fits, or you haven't gotten a realm role yet that allows you to stream somewhere, those topics will be available. And so that way, anybody hanging out on the topic can see your stream. And then when you're streaming, you can find new audience members and people to follow. And yeah, just a big focus on kind of just a casual place where you can hang out, hear the updates on Moonbeam, see very topic specific things like tabletop or, RPGs or Warhammer. I think Anthony's very excited to ship Warhammer one.
I am.
Yeah, so just a very very nice places that are really engaging, easy to discover while realms get going, while new members join, while all that stuff kind of evolves. So super excited about that one. That is the main answer to that question.
Let's talk about another one that I think that I personally find engaging, which is the payout stuff, right? To like have users and viewers be able to just like enjoy knowing that their creator is getting moonstones and stuff like that. So we've been doing a lot of, well, Pat, you've been doing the heavy lifting on this. So let's talk about that. Where are we at with payouts? I know we had some big breakthroughs this week, so I'll let you kind of go into that.
It has been a very, very, very exciting week for payouts. Where to begin? That's been a huge focus this week, honestly, has been making sure that we can get those moonstones that have been given to creators who streamed, who were tipped, who had subscriptions. And so, very, very excited to announce that it is now possible to onboard to Stripe. So if you are a US-based creator, you can go over to your dashboard, your creator dashboard. There's a new tab there, if you haven't checked it out already, called Payouts. And in that tab, it'll have all of your normal information that used to be in your account manager, things like how many tips you've gotten and like when. But it will also have a shiny new section to onboard to Stripe. Right now, that is for US-based creators. We are actively working on rolling out support for international creators. But as I'm sure you know, there are lots of things to just make sure that we're doing everything kind of by the book, and we're doing it well and safely, and of course abiding by any regulations, all that sort of stuff. So we want to make sure that we give that a very, very thorough review before we launch, but should be soon. And for now, US creators can onboard to Stripe, which means payouts are coming next week. So we're hoping to ship payouts soon.
I believe we have the 15th or like next Friday, maybe it's the 14th, but that will be like the first payout, like the actual funds going out. So this week will be everybody onboarding to Stripe, confirming their bank information, and all that stuff. I did think of one thing off the top of my head. I don't know if we included it, but for the website, people have to provide. Do we tell them that anywhere?
No, but we can.
Okay, yeah. Well, it would be your profile. Your user. So if you click on like your name in Moonbeam and go to like your actual profile, that URL, that's the URL you'll want to use for Stripe. But that's a good thing that I remembered that. Because you can put that out in an email to everybody. We'll say, hey, use this URL from your profile to onboard Stripe. But theoretically, and again, we've been very back and forth, methodical, working with Stripe to do this. But ideally, we will by next week on Friday. If your stuff is confirmed, if you put everything in Stripe correctly into your bank account, you will get whatever like the payout is owed to you in Moonbeam that shows like you've gotten X amount of moonstones, which equals this amount of money. That should be delivered to your bank account, correct, Pat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Boom. So we're definitely excited about that because I think I'm going to say a few things that we're striving to do is to be a place where we are kind of trying to remove all the fees and red tape for stuff. And I think our approach here will be one of the best payouts that creators can get on any platform in terms of usability, in terms of like not a million fees and stuff like that. Just like getting what they're owed, and then making it simple. What do you think about that?
I agree fully. Yeah, and that sort of workflow, it can be really complicated. It can be like super overwhelming. The number of hoops you have to jump through. We very intentionally partnered with Stripe there because in our experience, Stripe does a very good job of handling a lot of that stuff behind the scenes. So we don't really have to get bogged down in the details. That creators don't have to get bogged down in the details, while of course still being compliant with the rules and regulations. So trying to make it as streamlined as possible. If you do onboard to Stripe, let us know your feedback. If there were any issues, we are watching that very diligently over the next couple days. But yeah, it should be fairly smooth. And again, US-based creators for now, rolling that out soon. And when you are prompted to include the website URL, that is just your user profile on Moonbeam.
Yeah, and international folks, again, that'll be coming right after this. It's kind of amazing to see like all the legal stuff around that, where it's like, this country, you need to pay out at this thing in this way. So like Stripe is handling all that. So everyone is legally sound, which is good. So hey, we wanted to make sure that we got the international stuff right too. So that's why we are excited about that. So it all should be pretty gravy here. And
I'm so excited. That'll be so magical when we send out like that first round of payouts on the 15th. That will be.
I think too, I'll say like, I think we were surprised where like someone had like $40 over. Like that's pretty dope for like any streaming platform to get that amount of money, especially in alpha. I was like, dang, okay.
I know. I saw. I was like, let me just double check this logic. Let me just make sure this isn't a bug.
People are getting moonstones. Like I was impressed. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I mean, and that's that really feels kind of like one of the last like pieces to really click into place. Like we have a lot of stuff going on. We're always going to be shipping new features and like new experiences, but that payout piece is so fundamental. I mean, it's so fundamental to creators. It's so fundamental to that engagement with the audience. So we're super excited to ship that. I mean, it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, we have some more folks here. So A Cloud Surfer, No Skills, Dominic over in Moonbeam. I think we got a question here. I'm going to put it up. I'm sharing it in the chat here to pop up. Will there be options for simplifying your experience? I find some platforms overwhelming with the options I have. I like to switch things off. Pat, we've talked a lot about this, where part of how we're shaping Moonbeam up, and hopefully you're already seeing that in even in alpha, is just simplification of everything. Like when I go to different streaming platforms and I go to the dashboards or the user creator areas, it's so convoluted and confusing. So I think we do want to be simple. That's set the ethos kind of here, right?
Moonbeam? Oh yeah, 100%. And that's what we strive for. Even just recently, like there is complication in kind of the way that we were. What was it? I think it was something on the account manager tab. Like it just didn't really fit there, and we were even kind of like, oh wait, what? And so we moved it. And those are the sorts of things that like alpha is really great for discovering, and same with beta, and honestly like throughout the entire life cycle of a product. So when you run into those things on Moonbeam, definitely file a bug report, head over to Moonbeam support in our realm, make a post about it even. Like that'll get our attention because now posts are on the homepage. Those are the things we really want to make smooth. And one of the things that we've always strived to do, and it's difficult to do in all the situations, but we've always tried, is making things a bit modular, making things a bit like you can pick what you see. It's not always possible, and especially at this stage, it can be difficult to really invest in those sorts of flows. But it's something we've always wanted to do and strive to do it when we can. So when you run into anything that you're like, oh God, I wish I could turn that one off, hit us up, and we can figure out how to turn it off for you. or make a button for everybody to turn it off.
Make a button for, I like that. Yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, no skills. Your vacation and family time, fixing up the house. Yeah, hey, I know you've been busy with family time and stuff, so hopefully your vacation has been chill. And I'm trying to think of. So we talk about with kind of we're on the precipice of beta, platform stability, posts on the front page, the kind of public realms that'll be built around topics and genres. We got payouts. What other things are we excited about that we're kind of looking to do? I have one that I know we can maybe tease, and just we've talked about it in conceptually, but I'm curious to know what people on Moonbeam think about it. You mind if I share that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
Okay. So
I was going to give a really boring answer, by the way. Just context.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, I'm really excited for like email notifications.
Yeah. I'm so Pat, being that, AI guru, right? Machine learning guru over here. So we've talked about like what can Pixis do to be even cooler, right? And we're looking at like incorporating some kind of form of agent on Moonbeam where Pixis or some other form of it will be a member of your team, like a little minion. I don't know, like someone who helps you out in streams, right? Like even in your own realm, like a little helper that can clip videos for you, that can say, "Hey, Anthony, you forgot this person over here who's asking this question. You got to answer them," and like remind me of stuff. That could be a producer or a moderator, and help me if I need actions done in the realm or in a live stream, even to answer questions and stuff like that. So I don't know, like we were just talking about how that would be neat to just have a place where when you're streaming, you're not alone. You have a little buddy to help you out, and they're there to be like your little teammate. And I don't know, there's something I thought that was really fun and cute. Like I wanted to give it a personality to act a certain way. Depending on what mood I'm in, we'll see what happens. But I don't know. It was kind of neat. And I'm curious if you're watching the AMA here, what do you think it'd be like if you had if Pixis was also able to like help you out, and be like part of your stream team, and doing those functions of moderating, beyond just what it does right now at the mod queue, but actually like facilitating and clipping and stuff like that. I'm very curious what people think.
Yeah, same. That is a super, super exciting direction that we're going in. But we need feedback on that one, right? We need to know what people would think about that. And very much like it'd be Pixis turned into like a person in your chat, or in your realm, helping curate things, helping find new stuff, and moderating for you. You'd be able to interact with it over voice, and when you're streaming, to kind of do those sorts of like actions, like we need to
hey, clip this, clip that.
So we've been ideating on that quite a bit. Very excited to start experimenting with it. But that being said, you might see some stuff in those topics when we ship them along those lines. So definitely let us know. Keep us in the loop with that.
Heck yeah. All right, we got a question from Sean. Hey, Sean. Welcome.
Hi, Sean.
I know you got your big stream tomorrow. Excited for that.
Let's very excited for that.
We'll put the question over here. Hi, Anthony and Pat. Hello, Sean. Let's see. Can you talk about VODs? Yes, on the platform, both storing them and organizing them. Pat, I'll hand this one over to you, but this is something we were talking about today with Jark.
Yep.
So very timely.
I know. Yeah, that's. I'm really glad we had that meeting today because it has come up a lot.
I
know. Yeah, no, that is something we didn't mention earlier, and that was definitely an oversight. So I think VODs and particularly VODs, they're related to clips, and we just mentioned clips, but specifically VODs are something we definitely want to ship as soon as possible. Right now, I'm tempted to pull up some of our design work, but we're actively designing how those flows will be within a realm, or within the within topics, or within just the homepage, and how people will store them, what the flow looks like for when the recording is complete on the back end, and then you need to put that somewhere. Where does it live, and how can you share it with more people? Is it like a post? Is it not? But yeah, that's a huge thing that we're working on. Hopefully very soon you won't have to upload it to YouTube and then link the YouTube video in a post. Although it is a great flow. It's definitely not ideal for just a stream VOD. So
when do we think? And I have to be the person who's not the engineer asking the question. For just timeline wise, so like folks kind of can conceptualize it. Are we talking like March? We talking April? We talking like what do you think if you had to throw a dart?
If I had to throw a dart, I would say March for sure. Yeah, okay. That's something that we are definitely prioritizing.
There we go.
Yeah, clips, different story. We're still kind of figuring out that flow a bit more too, because Realms, you know, with the way we structure things, there's a lot that we can go off of. You know, like stream chat exists on so many platforms. Like we know generally what those flows should be, what those interactions are. But when you have a realm and you have other users streaming to your realm and you create a clip, you know, does that clip live in the realm? Does it live on the user's profile? Is it linked somehow automatically to the realm? These sorts of things we're actively researching and working through. So clips, a little bit more of a, not cumbersome, but more of like an in-depth discovery process. VODs, very important. We're shipping those as quickly as possible. Definitely appreciate everybody's patience with linking YouTube videos. I hope you like the way they're displayed on the homepage with that little kind of that like tilted card.
Yeah. For those who don't know, if you go to like for the post on the homepage now, there's some of them have a little card image that's kind of like tilted, which I was so blown away. It looked cool. But that's like the YouTube video. If you put a link there, it'll like show the video thumbnail. So that's pretty cool.
Something we want to explore too is, you know, like how to people your past streams are incredible. They're incredible the first time around. And they're also incredible the second or third time around, depending on when you're watching the VOD. So like how to really display it in a way that catches people's attention, makes people want to like watch. Still kind of part of the discovery process, but fortunately, I think we have a plan in place on the back end side of things, and just really kind of figuring out the actual like user flows of when you click on what to make what happen, basically. Yeah, Sean, thank you so much for your patience on that. Very excited to see the VODs in your realm.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for. I know we'll have some work. Are we going to be working on posts with like the edit functionality and stuff like that?
Ooh, yeah, that has come up a bunch. It's really come up a bunch when we're making posts for like stream schedules or like, hey, by the way, this needs to like the post I've made. So yeah, we definitely want to expand post functionality. Want to include editing. We want to include bulleted lists. Has been a hugely requested feature. In terms of priority, I would actually turn over to the chat and see what people think. If we had to pick either like editing a post or like additional support for posts, whether that's like attaching images or having headers or like links, which one would you rather see? I'm just kind of curious to get a temperature check on the priority there. Ideally, we deliver both. For sure. But if you had to pick one to get delivered like tomorrow, which one would it be? Let us know in the chat for sure.
We have a cool question from Twitch over here. SSK girl. Let me pop this one up. Hello there. Well, hello to you. Thank you for tuning in. I've seen the marketing around your AI-based moderation, and that's one thing. But what is your policy on generative AI? What would you say to creators like myself who would rather maintain a considerable distance from anything to do with, and I'll finish it here, with generative AI? This is a great question. It's one we had a lot in our Backer Kit campaign. It's one we had a lot with our partners and folks who are currently on Moonbeam in the alpha. I'm a creator. We are not using any generative AI for imagery, for videos, for anything like that. That's kind of our stance. Pixis is Pat is developing that. He handles all of our AI and ML, and it's done ethically. And so that's what's really cool about it, is we own it. We know what's going on. We're doing that. But in terms of like using it to generate images or video or music, Moonbeam as the platform, we don't do that. If you're asking me what can a creator do on Moonbeam in regards to that, as long as it follows our, legal, ethical guidelines that we have for distributing content. That's where we're at now. It's something that I would say, as a community and a whole, we're going to kind of develop this as we go towards full launch. This is something that's important. It's not going away. And I want to be honest with you and say that, like, I think this is Moonbeam's stance right now is one where, again, we kind of committed to, we are not going to use those generative AI in terms of images, art. We're going to hire real artists, creators to do that stuff. I think this is something that is not easy for any community to solve. And I think it's one that I'd love to have people's input on, just in terms of what goes on. But I think also what's cool about Moonbeam in terms of how we're structured within the realm construct, it allows you to kind of, if you have a realm and you want to say anyone who has the streamer role there cannot use AI for whatever reason, then that is like your prerogative and that is your right. That's how we see it. Because you own that space. So we will not hinder you in that effort. So I think that's cool, is like these ecosystems where people can adhere to the values they have and they could kind of manifest within their realm around that culture and climate of community they have and foster. And that's okay. I think that, Pat, what are your thoughts on what I just said there?
I think you nailed it. Like that's exactly correct. It's definitely like a hot button issue right now for sure. But yeah, we're committed to not using like AI art and these sorts of technologies on the platform. And then in terms of what people want to do on the platform, with their spaces that they curate, that they define, it's our policy around to let that be, what it is. So long as it falls within the very reasonable, guidelines of the law and regulations. So yeah, no, I think you nailed it.
Yeah, no, we want to. That is something, artists and stuff. I'm very pro artists getting theirs, making their living. So we can see the beautiful stuff created from them. But yeah, what other questions do we have? Let's see here. Oh, Sean would prioritize editing. Yes. Editing. We've had Taylor, who is our, on our team, and she's been putting those stream posts up, and she's always like, how do I edit this thing? I'm like, we can't yet. She's like, we need to edit. So yeah, I think that's hilarious. I have done that myself. I've like typoed and I'm like, oh man.
And messages too.
I know.
I was on a stream earlier today. Actually, at first, I was on your stream and I typed in TO instead of TWO. Like the number, and I was just like, oh my goodness, and I was there. I almost deleted the message.
Yeah, who's making this place?
I have a very important letter to write to whoever is in charge.
Who's in charge around here? Yeah.
But we actually did have very, very momentarily a while ago the ability to edit a message, but it was a really clunky flow. It was very, very Everstein says, I got what you meant. Thank you. But yeah, it was a super clunky flow and it didn't really fit well. It was honestly super confusing. So still working on that, on how to like build that in. Other incredible chat apps have really done great with that problem of like editing a message. Other platforms have done great work researching the problem of like editing posts. So yeah, there's a lot to improve there. I also love the idea of collapsible posts too. I think that's wonderful. Also speaks to a question we got earlier about kind of like turning off some features. Posts may not be for everybody, but also like many 100-line posts may not be for everybody too.
No, I like the collapsible posts. It's cool. I like that. What about mobile? I know Michael's not here today, but he's been working on some stuff. I know what I've been talking to him about is Moonstones will be able to be given out now on the app, which is very important. It's funny how when we make this stuff, you realize, like, I don't know, I'm not the tech guy. So, I'm like everybody else in the audience, probably. I think things are easy, and I'm like, oh, it's so simple. And then I get to it, I'm like, well, you know what? It is pretty hard to like get that functionality on the app, on the mobile web browser, on the platform, and it's just funny to me where like I use the mobile app a lot, right? And it was interesting to see like how okay, now the mobile app has a lot of cool features. It's kind of slick. I'm using it, and then I'm like, dang, I can't give moonstones. So then, it's just very interesting to see all this at the beginning stages of a platform. But I'm happy like it's all coming together.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, Michael's been killing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put words in his mouth or tickets on the Jira.
Let's do it. He's not here. He missed out.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I have full liberty. I'm just
Yeah.
Unanimously deciding deadlines now. But I believe that there is a mobile app update coming soon, fairly soon. And it has a lot of wonderful features based on some of the Slack messages I got from Michael recently. I think there's some very cool stuff coming. So, and you're exactly right. It's such a balance. I mean, I'll maybe like you pull back the curtain a little bit on it. Like we want to move so quickly because there's so many incredible people on this platform with incredible ideas that will make the experience better for everybody. So we want to move really, really, really fast to deliver those features. But at the same time, like mobile is a priority, and mobile web is a priority, and desktop is a priority. And there are bandwidth constraints on time and what we have to prioritize. And so having these different like platforms introduces some overhead in terms of what we can ship and when. But ideally, they all converge to a wonderful, wonderful experience. And that's kind of what alpha, what beta is for, to really find out those flows that are necessary on those platforms. So very exciting stuff in the pipeline. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of the mobile app. Truly, it is so smooth. The animations, they're lovely. It's incredible. So I almost want to like redo the mobile web browser to just match one-to-one the app flows. Yeah, because Michael's done such a great job with that.
It's been cool. Let's see here. So we got about 15-20 minutes left. So folks, if you have any questions, hit us up. We are here for you. I'm gonna plant a seed here, Pat, and this is about beta and what you just said, how fast we're gonna want to move.
Yes.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but we're at the point where we believe we're going to be able to start beta again by the beginning of March. So like a month ahead of schedule, get everybody kind of into beta on board. And we believe we're pretty confident of the stability and the infrastructure that's been put in place throughout alpha, and all the bugs have been squashed. If things are looking good for the first week or two, with all the new folks from beta on as well, we're going to ask you all if you want us to just kind of open up or begin opening up a lot more than we have. We think that your opinions matter because you've helped us build Moonbeam. And if you think we're ready for prime time after we launch beta a couple weeks into that, your opinion will matter a lot. Because what we recognize is that we're the people building the platform. And you see this in like TTRPG creation. And Sean, if you're out there, you probably know this, like when you're making a book, right? There's a difference between like perfection and good enough and shipping the thing. And so as creators ourselves, we're very cognizant of that bias that the people creating the thing have. And we want to make sure that we get input from you all to give us that reality check of like, yo, it's good to go. Get it out there. Versus like maybe you're like, you hit me up or Pat and you're like, hey, bro, settle down.
Absolutely not. Don't ship that. It
still needs some work. Like for real
shipping.
though. Yeah, for real. That is kind of where we're at. So like, again, beginning of March beta, a couple weeks, like maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So mid-March, we might be, and we were looking at summertime for the kind of like broader opening. We might be able to hit that really quick. So just some real talk from us to you for everybody out there. Yeah, Sean, perfect as that enemy have done. It's 100% true.
Perfection is the enemy of good enough. I love that too. Yeah. No, it's exactly right. It's and it's such a hard line to walk, because it's like, especially on the like engineering side, we are just up close with the code. So it's like, oh, we should fix that. We should fix that. We should fix that. We should fix that. But zooming out, things may be at a stable enough place, at a good enough place, to really start allowing for growth and allowing for people to recruit new Moonbeam members to their streams, and to their teams and their realms and all of that. So definitely let us know, and file the bug reports when you see absolutely not acceptable things. They're just like, nope, do not ship this. This is bad. This needs to get fixed. We've gotten incredible reports that have helped us so much. Yeah. I really can't even describe it enough, like how helpful those have been. So keep them coming.
Yeah.
Feel free to like rate them in the bug report. Be like, oh, I'm rating this as like catastrophic, or like, no, I'm rating this as quality of life improvement, maybe would be nice, kind of thing. Let us know, because those reports have just been instrumental in helping us prioritize.
Nice. And I see, hey, I think we got SSK girl. Is that you? Did you just come over from Twitch to Moonbeam?
Whoa.
Woo! Yeah. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to Moonbeam. That's really cool.
That is wild. That transition from like one.
Yeah. No skills.
To, like my next monitor. That's
good job. Cool. Good job. Appreciate you out there. This has been so that I'll go answer your question, because you had the question here. What's our plan for getting new viewers? You see the selling points for streamers. You're right. That was kind of our first focus, but what's the selling point for viewers? And I think, as you're on Moonbeam now, you can, when you see like the realms and what they are, if you mess around and go into them, the idea is it's almost like Discord meets Twitch, right? With a little bit of Reddit kind of like flavoring on top with the posts. It's just a place where you don't have to switch platforms when someone goes offline. And I think that's what people want. Like if I'm watching my favorite creator streaming, and I'm having fun, and we're chat's having a party, and we're doing all this great stuff right now on some platforms like Twitch, you maybe do the raid where the chat is going into another streamer's chat. But we thought, like, what if you just, when someone goes offline, you're still in this like realm. It's almost like a Discord, and you're all still having the party. The party continues. It goes into another channel or a different area there, and you're vibing out and having fun. So it's about keeping your friends with you, and not just being like, oh man, the stream ended and now the party's over. It's kind of like up to you when it begins and when it ends. And so that is one of many. And then we have, other members on our team, like Joanne, who's thinking a lot about these things. Ways to just keep all folks, the fans, interested in getting rewarded for things they do, to feel a part of investing in the communities here on Moonbeam. So there's a whole lot of stuff. And yeah, I'm sorry that you're mourning the loss of Live Space. I know there's a lot of good platforms out there that have gone by the wayside. I mourn the loss of Twitter. Rest in peace. But I feel you on that.
No, that's true. And there's been, we're definitely entering, a space that lots of people have tried lots of things. And there's a great deal of like excitement there and risk. And it's been amazing seeing the community that we have kind of rally around that and give us the feedback, give us the insights on what makes it valuable. So very formally welcome to Moonbeam, and feel free to let us know what would make this valuable for you, what would make this a great experience, and how we can live up to your expectations and how we're not living up to your expectations. All of that stuff is fundamental to the way we build the platform. And I'm super excited to have you. That's amazing.
And Cypher Lab, hey, welcome. From the Monty Cook Games realm over there. Good point. You can stream that way on Discord now. That is true. Right now in alpha, it's not really realized yet. These are some of the things you'll probably see as we get to like beta, and then quickly thereafter as we race to full launch. But is like the streaming to multiple realms at once. So imagine if, like, when you go into Discord and you stream, imagine if you could stream in 10 different Discord servers. But not only that, the problem with Discord is Discord's not built for like discoverability. Like there's no front page to Discord where like you're kind of going around and jumping around Discord servers and live streams, right? So again, Discord's a huge influence on Moonbeam. I'm a big fan of Discord. I think Discord was built with the idea of more private communities out the gate at first. And you see that reflected now in how its overall kind of approaches as a platform. Whereas we are very much understanding this is a public place in a way. And these realms are kind of discoverable and public by default. And that way, if you're streaming in them, you're showing up on a front page. Later on, you can stream into different realms. And then if you want to make it your realm more private down the road, you can do that. But we're like the inverse approach. Discord, I think, was more private, and as they scaled up, they're trying to do a lot more public things, and it's just a little awkward, I guess, in how they're built and their purpose. We're the kind of inverse of that, right? We're like getting inspiration from that, and then building it out to be more public facing to lead to discoverability and allowing people to network across different venues. I hope that gives some insight into the thought process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a super important distinction, is like, where does the social part of social media fit in to both those platforms and the approaches? Like, there is actually a homepage for Discord where you can see excuse me, where you can see different servers that are public, but it's a literal list. Like, it is a list. You join Discord for content that you've been invited to see and like hang out with, and communities that you've joined very intentionally. And what we found is that, discoverability is already such a difficult problem in streaming. On Twitch, that is one of the core problems that creators have. And so having it go 100% the Discord route, super difficult to bring about new discoverability to help creators grow. So it's a balance for sure. And over the next several weeks, honestly, over the next years, I'll say, we're going to be experimenting with that balance and finding what works well for Moonbeam and the creators on Moonbeam.
Just see here. Oh, if we had the edit button. Yeah. Yes. But no, final thoughts or comments from anyone out there, or for you, Pat, and myself, as we wind down this Friday. We are so appreciative you all spent some time on this Friday night with us. We're excited again. We're excited for all the fun stuff coming out this week. The payouts, there will be an email with like more kind of instructions on that here soon. So for those of you watching live, you can onboard now. For everybody not watching live, they'll get an email and the instructions will be there how to onboard Stripe. But yeah, Pat.
Yes. One very in the weeds thing. Suggestion in the chat. One thing you can do to kick Discord's butt is make stuff searchable. Having documentation and resources for a lot of software and game communities hidden on Discord is an issue. We are super excited to solve that. One of the approaches we're taking in that direction is with posts. So realms can have posts. The posts will be searchable by external search engines, and have some really lovely like open graph images that I'm excited to implement. Right now, not the case because we are still kind of in that closed alpha, but eventually you'll be able to share these posts, reference them, and there'll be incredible resources that are kind of less ephemeral than like a pinned message or that one thread that I keep going back to. So ideally, posts can help fill that gap. Super interested to know what you think posts could do better, or how to really make that feature like have some value. So let us know, experiment with them. And our posts are on the homepage too. So if you want to check them out, there's some 10 posts all the time on the homepage.
And that's the thing about what I like about posts is it will be, again, when we say searchable, we mean like if you're on Google and you type in something and that post had stuff in it like related to that, it will show up on Google. The same way like when you were like, I have this weird sore throat thing, and like there's a Reddit post for that. Like some, like there's always a Reddit post.
There's always a Reddit post.
The randomest thing, like it's wild. So like I do see again, like Discord unfortunately doesn't have that. Reddit does. The posts are inspired by that kind of thing that we saw. Like that was really cool. Like wow, Reddit is a repository of information. It's just another aspect of Discord that's kind of lacking. So you can kind of see all these things coming together as we go there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what else? Any weekend plans? Super Bowl?
I honestly did not realize it was the Super Bowl this weekend. I know. I have been buried under payout stuff this entire week.
True.
I didn't even realize it was February. So this weekend, I've got some fun plans, mostly going to be working on some super secret Moonbeam hidden projects that may be coming to a homepage near you sometime soon. So I am honestly very, very, very excited to tackle that and take take a bit of a break. Yeah, I have not been getting too much sleep, so very, very eager to take it a bit easy. How about you?
It. Hell yeah. No, I see No Skills here is representing Philly Eagles. Hey, I'm in Kansas though, so I gotta go for the Chiefs, and am I a Kansas City Chiefs fan? No, I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, but I'm stationed here right now. And it's funny because my kids are, they go to school on base, and because we're near Kansas City, if the Chiefs win, all the kids get off school. So like my elementary age kids, they're all like, yeah, go Chiefs, because if they win, they have no school. And so like they're all like cheering. All the kids they don't know anything about football, but they're cheering because they know if the Chiefs win, they get off school that day. So
honestly,
yeah.
I need something like that in my adult life, and then maybe I'll know that it's a Super Bowl.
There you go. So yeah, we're hanging out with the neighbors, and they're gonna be cooking brisket. He makes a delicious brisket, like from scratch. Has it like already brining right now and seasoned, and then he puts it in a slow cooker for like a day and a half. It's delicious. And then I'm making chicken wings, and I'm starting off Super Bowl Sunday in the morning with some good Warhammer. So it's Warhammer in the morning.
Okay.
And then Super Bowl at night.
Damn, that is a good day.
Yeah.
That is a very, very solid day.
It's a good day. So,
all right. Let me know how that brisket is. I absolutely love barbecue. I think truly it's like my favorite type of food. So
it's good. So, well, hey, everyone out there, thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you all around Moonbeam. Again, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Beta, a lot more people joining us. And thank you again for all you all have done to make Alpha really, I think, exceed our expectations in terms of everything that happened. So I'm excited about that. And, let's see. Yeah. Medalist Games, take care. Hey, thank you out there from Twitch. No, I appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you in beta here right around the corner. It's coming
very soon.
So, Pat, final words?
No, just super excited. I mean, the last couple weeks we've done a lot of thinking about kind of like the product and how people will use it, how that will change with beta, and I can't wait. And honestly, I do speak for the entire team with that one. Everybody is so excited to ship some of the things that we have in the pipeline. So know that we are working tirelessly to bring you a great experience. We're eager to hear what isn't a great experience, so we can iterate and pivot as necessary. And yeah, it's truly such a privilege to build this with you all. It's amazing, and I can't say thank you enough.
Hell yeah! And yeah, Medalist Games and No Skills, hook it up. There you go. Get the invites out there. We'll love to see you on Medalist Games soon as well. No Skills, thanks for doing that. Again, that's something we prided ourselves on. We said, hey, in Alpha, the folks in Alpha will be the ones with the invite codes, and that is a privilege that you all get for backing us and supporting us. Again, wouldn't be here without you. So thank you for that. So, all right, everybody, that's it for us. Let's have a good weekend. This is the start of the weekend. Let's go. Amazing. All right, everybody. Take care out there. Bye now.
See everybody.